You know, I've seen my fair share of weird and trippy shows in my lifetime. Shows ranging from Uncle Grandpa to Courage the Cowardly Dog to The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack are just a few select shows that manage to really amp up the weird factor and work really well while doing so. However, there's one show on Nickelodeon that managed to collectively have me saying "what the fuck" nearly every time an episode came out, and that show is Yo Gabba Gabba. Now, I'm sure that I've likely unlocked some of your memories, or nightmares, just from saying that name. Whether that's a good or a bad thing is really up for debate, but yes, Yo Gabba Gabba was a thing, and not some random fever dream that some of you probably thought that it was. But I'm sure that we all can agree that the show was, something else. Especially with it being a Nick Jr. show, which in my mind makes it 1,000 times worse. Whether it be the characters, episode ideas, or the overall uncanny music, dancing, and themes of the show, I honestly have a hard time believing that the writers for the show weren't smoking something while making it. Because this whole show looks like something that a group of potheads would come up after taking one too many rips on their elongated bongs before chowing down an entire sheet of fucking blotter paper. Let's start off with the characters, and boy oh boy are these guys some of the weirdest looking characters I have ever seen. With facial expressions that to this very day I still see in my nightmares and have me screaming every single night, and eyes that you really shouldn't look too deep into unless you want to have your soul violently ripped out of you and shoved into the lowest pits of Tartarus. Let's start this off with DJ Lance. This guy looks like the long-lost cousin of Steve Urkel who just got off of high school band practice and forgot to change before attempting to salvage his dying rap career at the local mental asylum for young children. And then there's Broby. Oh god, Broby. Broby looks like the ungodly love child of Sullivan from Monsters Incorporated and Grimace from fucking Ronald McDonald Land with a serious case of bipolar disorder. And then we have Fufa. Oh boy, Fufa looks like one of those giant, great value size scented giant douches that you'd likely find in the female section of a health and wellness aisle in the back of a Walmart.
What? What the fuck?
Well, that or a makeshift.
Stop!
Plex looks like your typical generic robot character that attempted to get the leading role in the show Robot Jones, but was rejected after giving test audiences severe migraines because of how yellow he looks. I mean, I can't even look at this fucker for more than 5 minutes before I have to pull out my sunglasses and keep myself from getting fucking overload sensory deprivation. And then we have Tootie, Toadie, Toddy, Tootie, Toadette, Totodile, fuck, I don't remember. Toadie looks like a rejected anime character whose only sole purpose was to be featured on some obscure furry porno DVD that you'd probably find in the back of a bottom of a Dollar Tree clearance bin.
Senpai, come in my ass and call me Obama!
And last but not least, Mundo. Oh my god, we finally have Mundo. I don't care if I'm saying his name wrong, This guy is one of the weirdest looking motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't know if it's just me or not, but why does Mundo look like some kind of bad sex toy that you'd buy at a local Spencer's?
Larry, you don't understand. You don't know what you're doing here.
I mean, I can't be the only one who sees it, right? Just look at the fucker. He looks like a fucking vibrating dildo that you'd give your friend as a gag gift for Christmas. I mean, he's long, he's hard, has multiple soft bumps in his entire body, and he's hyper as all shit as well. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if someone actually wound up making this into some obscure sex toy.
No.
And if so, where can I buy?
It's time to stop!
The episodes are just as weird. For example, there was an episode on that show that had one specific segment talking about germs, which of course seems like a simple enough concept, right? Well, not only do they decide to make the bread that Broby is eating suddenly come to life after being dropped on the ground, which, by the way, who the fuck just eats a single slice of untoasted bread with nothing on it? Hell, for that matter, why isn't it toasted? I mean, come on, Broby, you got arms longer than Mike Tyson's dick. You're telling me that you couldn't at least reach your lengthy Slenderman-looking ass arms over to a damn toaster and toast the damn thing? Before ultimately going into a song and dance about why germs are bad or some shit. Yeah, of course, kids shouldn't be putting things on the ground in their mouths, that's kind of common sense. But how else are you gonna build up their immune systems for the next DLC expansion pack that comes out for the next Next is the episode involving something about food. fuck if I know. This whole episode was nothing but a massive drug trip, and like with every drug trip, I can't seem to remember anything after I've finally woken up. And I shit you not, they actually have a song in that episode about Broby, yes, that little green hellspawn that really needs to get some fucking therapy, chowing down on sentient food singing about a, quote, party in my tummy, because that's fun, right? Kids definitely want to see a character with arms longer than Squidward's nose voring talking food while they dance around in the process. Honestly though, watching that episode for the first time, I was kinda surprised that Broby didn't have his stomach burst out from all that food dancing in his stomach, and continuing to do so while he falls over writhing in pure pain and agony while his insides are slowly dissolved by stomach acid. Yay! Overall, this show was just weird as all hell. And you know what? It's awesome because of that. So in conclusion, this show may have been a massive drug chip from the lowest depths of Satan's butt crack, but it's definitely something fun to go out of your way and watch with your bros while you rip some fat clouds in the process.